Executive Director and Head of Operations, Property Management at CBRE South Asia Pvt Limited, who heads the operations of a large team of professionals in the building and facility management arena. With over 25 years of experience in managing services in technology-intensive environments, he is a postgraduate in mechanical engineering. Mr. Aneesh is a professional engineer and an active member of ISHRAE, a certified energy auditor and an IGBC Accredited Professional. His areas of interest include maintenance management, corporate governance, strategic planning, and technology interventions in the industry. Today, Mr. Aneesh will give us a brief view on the importance of maintenance in efficient operations of HVAC. So delegates, let's welcome Mr. Aneesh.
So normally this maintenance part comes after all the talks about the latest designs and the latest technologies which Ashish is going to speak about. So good, I'm speaking before all that. Maintenance of HVAC systems is very close to my heart. As an organization, CBRE, we manage more than 180 buildings, thousands of tons of air conditioning that we are responsible for. So I'll just maybe start our discussions with what does eco-friendly really mean, especially if you see in the current context of global climate change, all these glaciers which are melting, this 1.5 degrees target that we have, carbon neutrality, all those things which are there. So eco-friendly will mean a lot of things to different people. But if you were to see the air conditioning space, what my understanding of eco-friendly is basically the energy consumption should be the least and you should be able to get the maximum efficiency out of that, whatever energy you're using. The impact to the environment of that whole system, not just one product of the HVAC system, but the entire whole system should be as low as possible, because you can't eliminate all the impact, but as low as possible. And of course, cost is something which we all have to deal with. So the total cost of operations, right from purchase to disposal, should be the lowest. That's my understanding of an eco-friendly HVAC system. And based on this, of course, you have your advances in the existing systems, which are your magnetic chillers and your cooling towers, which have VFD systems and all. Those are advances. But then, of course, you have your geothermal systems, your solar HVAC systems, which are now beginning to see the light of the day. So there are many areas which are all focusing on either bringing down the energy use, increasing the efficiency, and lowering the cost for the people who are operating these or owning these HVAC systems. But now comes the reality check. And this is based on my experience and my organization's experience in managing so many buildings, that you have these wonderful, let's take just to make things simple, let's not talk about the new age technologies, but let's talk about the latest magnetic bearing chillers. Latest chillers, 0.4 kilowatt per ton, very, I would say, great IKW. Your cooling towers have these VFDs. Your AHUs themselves have VFD. So everything, when you make a new building, everything is the latest. But when you start operating the systems, that is us as maintainers, are we able to maintain the systems to the designed operating point? And are we able to get the same efficiency that the original designers had intended, or people like who are the consultants like Ashish and his team, when they design the whole HVAC system, are we able to maintain it? One. And second thing is, when the system was designed, was it focused for efficient maintenance as well? So many times we see that AHUs, you don't have space just to even take out the filters. That's design elements which come in. So that is one aspect, the design aspect of it. But there's another very important aspect which I've seen in many of our buildings that we operate upon, is that is the HVAC system meeting the building requirements? What I mean by that is, typically a building takes time to get occupied. You start with and because you want to make it efficient and you want to make it eco-friendly, you have a higher capacity chiller. But in the beginning, for the first maybe year, 2 years, you may not be using the full capacity. It might even be running just at 50% of capacity. In some cases, even less than that. So your entire thought process of having an eco-friendly, highly efficient chiller goes for a toss. So that, I think, is where the design element comes into play. Whether the HVAC systems, eco-friendly HVAC systems, are they flexible enough to go along with the building's occupancy profile? So there's a building we are currently servicing, providing the property management services. There's a 2000 TR chiller and the occupancy is maybe just 10%, there is no way that chiller can operate at, first of all, it will be very difficult just to operate it and then operate it at the efficiency that it is designed for. So automatically a very great chiller, eco-friendly chiller, but not operating at an eco-friendly, in an eco-friendly manner. So the other reality check, I think, is to do with the people who are maintaining it, managing the HVAC systems. Just a simple thing like the blowdown that one does on the cooling towers. Now that blowdown has chemicals because you need to treat the water. Those chemicals go into the runout drains, and sometimes it could even go into the rainwater pits and all, depending on if it's not managed well. So these are the indirect effects of not maintaining your HVAC systems efficiently. Similarly, if you have a new chiller with low carbon gases, if the maintenance is not done right, there are chances that there will be leakages or the gas escapes. That defeats the whole purpose. Similarly, if the oil, when they are doing the maintenance of the compressors, if that oil is not stored properly or disposed of properly and it goes into the surrounding earth, that again will negate the eco-friendly design of the chillers. So I would say that the maintenance along with the design, these are two key factors in making the eco-friendly chillers or eco-friendly HVAC systems remain eco-friendly, because the designers have the right intent, the manufacturers have the right intent, but if the systems are not maintained or operated in the right manner, this will become a challenge. So how do we come around those aspects? While we will discuss during the panel discussion, but a few pointers from my side. One is, of course, it's the age of data and artificial intelligence and all that stuff. So in the HVAC industry, let's use that to have better control of our systems, monitor more data points because it's easier, and fine tune the system so that they're more efficient. Let's spend money. That's a very, very critical aspect. And a lot of building owners and HVAC system owners are hesitant to spend money on the right things, which in the long run make the chillers or the systems more inefficient and less eco-friendly. If manufacturers can look at making systems more modular, that will greatly enhance the way their systems are used and minimize the impact on the environment. And I think the last and most, I would say, important aspect that I see, because now we've spent about 20-25 years of growth in India and buildings have now become a bit old. So how does the whole ecosystem work to get in more eco-friendly technologies in older buildings? I think that will be a game changer, because the new technologies will be more eco-friendly, they'll be more efficient. So how does the whole financing mechanism, the retrofit, the change, all that, if we can as an industry together work to bring in some, I would say, innovative schemes to retrofit buildings, I think that will be a game changer for us.